So the overview agenda today is we're going to do a little icebreaker, kind of see what you know. We're going to test your skills and knowledge, and talk a little bit about the importance of having this sort of what I call a careers unit, which includes job hunting, resumes, cover letters, interviewing, follow-up, a little bit about lessons and resources, and then Q&A. And the goal here for me is to help your students take their resumes and job hunting skills to the next level. So, what do we really need to be teaching our kids? That's my goal, is that you can walk away today and go, I have a few things now that I can really teach my kids that are really going to truly make a difference. So let's start by testing your knowledge of job hunting by playing a Kahoot. And if you've never played Kahoot, all you have to do is open a web browser and type in kahoot.it. Kahoot.it. You don't have to have an app. You don't have to have anything special. If you want to use your phone, you can just go to www. You don't even have to put www in. Just kahoot.it. And as always, remember to use school appropriate names. I always just have to remind people of that. Just kidding. That's funny. You're welcome to laugh at any time during my presentation.
And can I add in there that we will have prizes for the first two people? So
yes.
It's very competitive. I've got some prizes to send you.
Yes, so we are going to play Kahoot. Now, probably a lot of you play this with your own kids. So once you get to kahoot.it, you're going to enter in this code. It's going to ask you for a code, and the code is 342666. So we're going to start. Should I start, Tracy? Yeah?
Yeah.
All right, here we go. So these are going to be truth or myth. So kind of like true or false. And remember, the true and the false, or the truth and the myth, are not necessarily going to show up in the same location each time. Keep that in mind. It makes it a little tricky. So make sure you read if it's a truth or a myth. So think of it again as true or false, and we're going to start. So the first question is, you should only list hard skills on your resume. Soft skills can be discussed during the interview. Truth or myth? Myth. Very good. Almost everybody got that right. Of course, hard skills may get your resume looked at, but soft skills are going to help you stand out and get hired, because most employers want both hard and soft skills today. And we're going to talk about that in this presentation. All right, next question. Looks like Kathy's ahead. Oh, by the way, speed does count. So you do want to answer as quickly as possible. So don't dilly-dally. All right, here we go. Question 2. NA stands for not available. Truth or myth? Myth. Almost. Well, there's 25 of you got that one wrong. NA stands for not available. No, it stands for not applicable when it comes to job applications, which is really important, because you never want to leave part of a job application blank, because you want to make sure the employer or potential employer knows that you didn't just skip it. So you put NA, not applicable, and not leave parts of an application blank. Next question. Kathy's still in the lead. Next question. Job interviews start as soon as you walk in the interview room. Truth or myth? Job interviews start as soon as you walk in the interview room. That is a myth. Gosh, you guys, I would have. 36 of you got that one incorrect. All right, I'm not going to hold that against you. But really, job interviews start the minute, because some would say the minute you send in your application or your resume, but definitely the minute you talk to your potential employer on the phone, setting up that job interview, or even through email, that's when the job interview actually begins. The minute you make contact with your employer, whether it's on a phone call or through email or even texting, or even just sending in your application, that job interview actually begins. It's a little bit of a trick question, I know. Kathy Shell is ahead now. Bobcat's number 2. Grizzly, we got a lot of animals in the lead, which is interesting. All right, here we go. Next question. The purpose of developing a career is to earn more money. The purpose of developing a career is to earn more money. Myth, most of you got that right. Of course, the purpose includes earning money, but it also increases your well-being, and your enjoyment of the work you do is so important to be able to continue working. We know that people who love their jobs continue to work, and that makes them ultimately sort of financially stable, which is the goal here, right? We're here to teach kids to be self-sufficient and lifelong employees. Bobcat's in the lead now. Next, I'm going to go a little faster. Networking is an important part of finding a job, and therefore one should make a good impression in all situations. Truth or myth? Networking is an important part of finding a job, and one should make a good first impression in all situations. Most of you got that right. Of course it's true. And, one of the things we need to tell our kids is that applies also to people that you meet online, people that you have in your social media circle. All of that stuff matters as well, of course, and when you meet people in person as well. All right, next. If asked on a job application, your social security number should be disclosed. Do you disclose your social security number on a job application? Truth or myth? It is a myth. You put your social security number after you've been hired. So on the application, you would just put given upon hire. You can actually just type that in instead of leaving it blank. Just say given upon hired. Or keep in mind, sometimes prior to being hired, they may ask for a background check, and that may require your social security number, but they usually only background check serious candidates, right? So on a general application for a job, you wouldn't put your social security number, of course. All right, Bobcat's still in the lead. Kathy Van's coming in second, and Shell is next. Let's go to question 7. It is important to write the exact wage you require on the salary desired line of a job application. Do you put the exact wage that you are looking for on your job application? Most job applications put salary desired. What do you put there? Is it important to write the exact amount? Truth or myth? It is a myth. Really what you should put is negotiable upon hire. If you put the exact wage, you could be too high or too low, and that could actually eliminate you. So it's best to put negotiated upon hire. Bobcat's still in the lead. 8 out of 15, halfway done. After